Backrooms is directed by Kane Parsons, a 20-year-old first-time director known for his YouTube series of the very same name. I've been aware of the Backrooms as a concept dating back to its initial inception as a creepypasta back in the day. It's a concept that's always intrigued me and could see working in the context of a feature-length horror movie, especially if given to a filmmaker that understood what made liminal space so terrifying. The fact that Parsons was given the reins to this ambitious of a project at such a young age not only speaks to the amount of talent he already possesses, but that young filmmakers are finally starting to break through in the mainstream. Getting two forward-thinking horror movies from directors under the age of 30 in the same month, and for them both to explode at the box office, is the exact kind of breakthrough that the industry has been clamoring for since the start of the decade. With both Obsession and Backrooms, it feels like the start of a genuine youth movement, in the very least in horror films, and I'm fully jumping on the bandwagon. With all that being said though, how did Backrooms actually end up turning out? Was the monstrous levels of hype and expectation placed onto its shoulders even warranted? Well, I would mostly say yes, absolutely. Backrooms is an atmospheric, nightmarish experience that chilled me to the absolute core when it came to the scares. The first thing you notice when watching Backrooms is Parsons' complete intentionality behind the camera. Every element of visual storytelling in this film has so much care and attention poured into it. It's a very hypnotizing watch, luring you into its darkness with a vibrant yet uncanny soundtrack and gorgeous practical sets. I loved how sterile everything felt, making that sense of uncanny seep into your mind more and more as the film went on, and I felt that the voyeuristic camera work really helped to enhance the tension. Arguably, the most important aspect of a good horror movie is atmosphere, something that Backrooms is practically dripping with. Parsons blends multiple different influences together to create a rich, fully realized environment for the audience to sink its teeth into. Easily the best aspect of this film. I felt that the utilization of both analog and modern cameras really helped to add to the dreamlike haze that Parsons was cultivating from the start of the film. It adds a lot of heft and creativity to the more intense sequences. The film also handles tension exceptionally well, featuring some genuinely unnerving moments. It's the kind of horror that sticks with you long after your first watch, something akin to David Lynch or David Robert Mitchell. Parsons is really able to walk that line between the more atmospheric directors, such as the ones I just mentioned, and the more in-your-face, white-knuckle modern approach of people like Zach Cregger or Ari Aster. I also thoroughly enjoyed both lead performances from Chiwetel Ejiofor and Rinette Rensiv. I thought that they both really understood the tone of the film, with Ejiofor especially running with the material he was given. I felt that his character/performance was the perfect vessel for this movie. On the subject of character though, I was left feeling pretty disappointed with the narrative being presented to us. It felt far too underbaked and conventional when a traditional narrative structure wasn't all that necessary to begin with. Backrooms is the exact kind of movie that could get away with a loose, nearly plotless foundation if it were to fully lean into its world building and lore. Or they could have built a stronger story in the already sound foundation of the concept. Instead, they attempt to cram a half-assed narrative into a movie that could have survived purely off its own atmosphere, ultimately serving as nothing but a distraction from the most interesting parts of the film. Unfortunately, the script bogs down what is otherwise a really exciting debut feature. Parsons has announced himself in the world of horror, instantly becoming one of the genre's most distinct voices. And while it's far from perfect, Backrooms is the exact kind of creative vision we need more of in modern cinema. So with all that being said, I'm going to give Backrooms a very, very strong 3.5 out of 5, teetering on the line of a light 4, but I would definitely see myself, I am going to go see this again just because I want to figure it out more, I want to experience it again in a theater. But I could definitely see myself warming a lot more to this when it comes to a rewatch. What did you guys think of Backrooms? This is obviously the hot topic now. Everyone's talking about Backrooms as they should be. I think this is a very exciting time to be a horror fan or just a film fan in general. It's dominating the discourse again, which is nice. So yeah, let me know what you guys thought of this movie in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like what you're seeing here. It obviously helps a lot. We are almost at 250 subscribers, so let's help get that number up, and I will see you with the next review. Thank you guys so much.